You've probably noticed that there are a crazy amount of different filters that you can put on the front of your lenses. Things like Pro Mist, black satin, glimmer glass, ND, UV, polarizers, you get the point. But there's something else that I've been using recently which I think is really cool. Diopters, macro filters, whatever you want to call them, I think they're a really great way of getting shots that you're not usually able to. Essentially, it's magnifying your image, allowing you to get shots like this. So I purchased these filters from Amazon. You get 4 of them in a pack. They come with like a little Velcro case and a cleaning cloth. But yeah, you get 4 of them for just £20. Each filter has a different level of how much it magnifies your image. So you get +1, +2, +4 and +10. So the biggest lens that I've got has a diameter of 82mm, so I decided to get those ones, and that means that if I want to use them on any different lenses, I can just use an adapter ring. So essentially these are like using a magnifying glass for your lenses, enabling you to get super macro shots on a lens which isn't really made for that. For instance, if we shot at 70mm at the minimum focus point on my lens, and then using all the different filters, we can see just how close you can get. So one of the biggest issues is that it is gonna change the maximum focus point for that lens, but look, if you're using these filters, I imagine you're trying to get close-ups anyway. So if you need to shoot something that's far away, just unscrew it and go back to what you were doing. So I found that the autofocus doesn't tend to perform that well when you've got these filters on, especially the stronger ones. So yeah, I just opt to shoot manually. So getting into when you should use these filters, obviously don't overdo it. You don't want to end up with a video just full of macro shots. But every now and then just chucking in a super close-up shot can be really nice, and I think it gives your videos like a bit of a different feel. For instance, in this video, I used them to get a close-up of my eyes and typing on the keyboard just to keep a bit of mystery about what exactly I was looking up. You can see my eyes, but not too much facial expression, which I think is quite a good way to build a bit of suspense for the viewer. I think when you use these shots sparingly, they can be a really nice change compared to the kind of close-ups that you would usually be able to achieve on a normal lens. I think something like this is just a really good thing to have in your locker, and it just helps you to have more tools at your disposal when trying to tell a story. It's also really good to know that with these filters, you don't need to sacrifice other filtration that you're using. Because of the screw thread on things like a Pro Mist, you can use both filters and keep the consistent look in your videos. And because these filters also have screw threads on the front, it does technically mean that you can put a screw on ND on the front of them. Now, I'm not suggesting that you have 3 filters on the front of your lenses at the same time. In fact, just thinking about that makes me feel a bit weird, but all I'm saying is the option is there. I've personally had my eye on some lenses that are branded as macro lenses, but honestly, after finding these filters, I personally think it's probably a better bet just to save the money at the moment, and then whenever I need a macro shot, I can use these filters. Now, just put out there, these filters are obviously really, really cheap. The fact that you get 4 of them, free delivery, £20, I mean, yeah, the quality of the glass is not going to be great, but personally for me, I've looked at the footage and it seems alright. The shots that I need are probably only going to be on the screen for a few seconds anyway, and the chances are I'm going to throw film grain over the top of it, so yeah, it's fine for me. Obviously, these aren't like an essential part of someone's filmmaking kit, but at the same time, considering the price, I've been kind of surprised that since I bought them, I've been opting to use them quite a lot. Right, that's it, just a quick video for today. Hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.